A very low tech setup.
Man, I was saying to someone the other day, I've been put on bookshelves, I've been put on stacks of vinyl, I've been, and now
Yeah.
this is like the shed in the backyard, or
Oh yeah, this is my studio actually. Like this is where I practice in my shed in the backyard.
hey man, you got to have a space, especially, hey, first up, I want to say congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Dad life, hey? Number one.
Oh yes, yes
Yeah.
sir.
How's that all going? You sleeping all right? Or is he sleeping all right?
Yeah, new baby's doing all right. My oldest son wakes me up at 6:30 a.m. like clockwork. So I gotta, get him going in the
Yeah.
morning. That's more my duty through this whole thing is, because he's only one year old and he's still doing toddler stuff and he still needs lots of attention. So mom does new baby. I take care of Simon. Yeah.
There you go. See, I thought that was your first. So you guys did back to back. You guys have two young
Yeah.
ones, man. Crazy,
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
Oh man, it's good times though. It's good times. But
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, of course, you guys will be returning down under next month to tour with our very own I always mess up their name. Neat Obliviscaris. There we go. Sorry, dudes. Uh,
Yes, sir.
and the Ocean Collective. And it's going to be an incredible run. So many people are excited about it. Have you toured with either of those dudes before?
Yeah, we did. Last time we were in Australia was we were there for the first time in 2019, I believe, and they brought us out then.
That's right. You did see. This is what
Yeah,
happens. I call it. It's like the snap in Marvel, where
yeah,
it's like
right.
I can't even remember who toured with who or when. I knew it was 2019, but I was like something. It was a even.
No, it's hey, that's fair. It was it was a big erased memory type of thing. Yeah.
Thing's crazy, dude. It's or maybe I'm just getting old. Anyway, but how was that? How was that tour anyway? 2019 before
Oh,
the thing.
oh, it was. I mean, that was great. I mean, it was. There was 5 bands on the tour package, and we were the very first one, and we were kind of, and it's like it's a big trip for an American band to get down there, and it was still like, and we were a little like, I don't know, like how this is gonna go for opening band or whatever. But it was amazing. Like the reception was so great, and the shows were awesome, and yeah, we had an awesome time in Australia, and we're very excited to come back.
Team of the boys are awesome. They're really good guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they are. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We've kept in contact over like the past few years too, and we've met uh, a member or two here and there just to hang out, and stuff like we've run into Benji a couple of times out in France when we've been there and stuff. Like, yeah, they're cool guys. Like we get down with those guys.
Do you have, I don't know if you guys do it, but if you go and hit the road with a band on a long run or in somewhere else, do you have like a group chat where you're meant to be discussing business and sharing gear, but you just end up sharing memes and dumb shit instead? Or is that just me?
Like with the other bands, I mean, I don't know. We have I don't know if we probably should. I guess sometimes we've done that where it's like, yeah, it's happened a couple times, but I'm notoriously quiet in group chats. Like I'm no fun. Like I'm just like stop blowing my phone up. I just want to know what cabs we're using or something. Like I don't care about this meme. Like that's
So
that's me.
it's
But
not just
eh,
us down here.
yeah.
It's a thing even with bigger bands. So
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. But
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you recently had to step down from touring to take care of family business, of course, and
Yeah.
from Fallujah stepped up to take care of those duties for you. Did you have much communication with him and planning before? to kind of bring him up to speed? Did you know, or was it like a there you go, dude?
I mean, like it was all planned out ahead of time, because we we had accepted the BT Bam tour like way ahead of time, and then we found out that my wife was pregnant, and it was kind of up in the air, like, well, what are we gonna do? And like I went through a couple different people that we were considering for fill-ins, and then landed on Kyle, which is not a bad place to land at all. He's an extremely talented vocalist and like just really picks up music really quickly. So like I didn't I beyond being like, hey, here's the songs we're gonna be playing, and like he had a couple questions of like, do I sing this part or does Andy do it or something? Beyond that, there wasn't a lot of discussion because he had also had a bunch of other work he was doing with Fallujah, like pretty much
Yeah,
right up to the time. So yeah, like, and I wasn't worried about it at all because it's for him, like he's just such a musically talented and vocally talented guy that I didn't have a worry at all that he was going to do it justice. So yeah, cheers to Kyle for
yeah,
doing such a great job.
yeah. Well, mine's over here. Yeah, just Skull.
Yeah,
They're coming down
yeah,
too with cattle decapitation, I think. So
yeah, yeah,
it's cool, man. We're getting everyone now. Sweet. You guys,
yeah. Yeah, it's
them.
a big season down there.
Yeah, yeah, we're hitting into it. So it's gonna be it's exciting, man. It's exciting. But
Hmm.
of course, I mean, you took over vocal duties last year when you parted
Hmm.
ways with Jake. Now, how was that transition for you personally? Did you feel like it was taking on a greater responsibility and more of a weight, or is how's that feel?
Well, yeah, it's definitely like definitely a big thing. Like it went kind of immediately, like, because it wasn't something that it was like, without getting into too many details, it wasn't something that it was just
Yes.
like it wasn't something that we had much of a choice in the matter. It was just all of a sudden he's gone in the middle of a tour, and so we were just like out there. We were doing our last record start to finish, and we were just like, for a few shows we were just playing how we would play it, but just without Jake. And it was like it was good, but obviously a big gap happening in it, and like it got to a point where I felt like the people aren't getting, the people at these shows aren't getting what is promised on the flyer. So I we get to a sold out show in New York City, and I just get out on stage and I see all these people, and I'm like, oh man, I can't, like, I gotta try. And so we just start the record and I just start doing it. I didn't tell anybody that we were gonna be doing that. I was gonna be just trying to go through the whole like sing the whole record, but I just started doing it, and it worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. Like there was a couple real sticky moments that I hadn't anticipated, but like for the most part, I mean, like I made it through, and but yeah, but after that, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, everybody in the band was just like, yeah, just keep doing it. And like we just kind of reverse engineer the whole thing from that deer in the headlights moment. And I've just been, since that tour, just trying to like, just going through this whole journey of getting better at being just a lead vocalist in general, being a better, like, being a front man at all, like communicating with the crowd, which is like something that I've never like had any desire to do whatsoever. And like just slipping into the role in a more satisfying way. And it's been a big journey. It's been a tough battle for me because it's like, yeah, you lose any band loses a front man, and you're kind of like, uh and you replace him with anybody, and you're just kind of like, well, isn't that like that? That's a big reason a lot of people like a band, is like,
Yeah.
they connect with that guy. And so it's like, I'm not coming in off the street like being a vocalist. Like I'm just like kind of like just gotta assume that, people people like me enough to like for me to be in
They
the
do.
role. And it's yeah, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I finally felt like on that BT Bam run before I left, like it felt like I was like, yeah, this feels good now. Like, it's just like the four boys up there just crushing, and I feel like, it's all like they've been really encouraging too. Like the rest of the band is like, never like for as much doubt as I cast on myself during this whole thing, they've always been like, nah, dude, you got it. Like it's sick. Like you're sick. And so it's like, okay, I how can I fail with that behind me,
And it's quite technical stuff. It's not stuff that's what
Sure.
I mean? It's like you gotta do the
Yeah.
thing, and so I can't even do chords and sing. I just
It's like
it's
this. It's like this thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it gets to a point where I mean, like, I can't. Because like I've got other dudes in the band who play and sing too. Like Andy plays
Yeah.
guitar and sings, and Jared plays like super fast blast beats and sings like an angel. So I can't even complain like one little bit about having to do both things at the same time. I mean, I do occasionally complain about it, but but I try not to, and like I try to just have as much fun with it as I can, because it's something that it is fun. It is fun, and it kind of has given me a chance to revisit a lot of these songs that have just become kind of like uh, you know, going through the motions to me, and just going back through them, and like it's like they're new again. Like I have to do a new thing while
Mm,
I'm doing these songs, and it's cool.
that's awesome, man. And of course, Andy
Yeah.
is now a full-time member too, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's what he's a gun. he's a he's amazing. So how
he
I mean,
he's something, all right.
how's it sort of how's the future of the band looking with him and you on vocals, and it's kind of has the dynamic sort of changed with the writing? Is there a different sort of process now?
Not on it, honestly. So far, it's not that different. Um, like Andy is a fantastic writing tool. He's 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 a really really talented musician in that he knows like music theory and stuff like that, like the back of his hand. So if like Brody and I are on something that is like doesn't fully work out, he'll be like, nah, that like he'll catch stuff that he's a good voice to have in the room, and it's great. And like and as far as like I can if we have a big chorus moment that we're writing, it's like I can just throw that boy's voice on it, and it's like, here we go, this feels great. Like it's awesome to have Andy around and be in the band, and like it feels right. Like he's always been a friend of ours, since before Rivers of Nihil, since before Black Crown Initiate. We were just all boys hanging out,
That's cool.
talking about how much we like death metal and stuff like that, going to shows. So it just feels like natural, like it does. And so far, like all the way that Rivers of Nihil makes music has not really changed all that much, other than the fact that we have more tools to work with, i.e., Andy. You know, it's just expanded our sonic possibilities.
Well, the latest single came out a couple of months ago. Was it Sub-Orbital Blues? I can't even talk
Hmm.
properly this morning. Sorry, brother. Let me back that up.
That's,
But, it's
that's
a
all right.
killer track, man. I like it's
Oh, thank you.
everyone loves it. How have you been writing more, or is there more to it? Have you got more in the can that you're not telling us about?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah, we always there's always a little bit. There's always a little bit more. I mean, I think we'll be showing off some new material pretty soon. Uh, you know, pretty soon. Pretty
All
soon is
right.
all I can say. And then as far as like, new album and stuff like that, we're still in the prepping stages. Like it's, but we wanted like after the big lineup shifts and stuff, like we still had all of these touring obligations and we had more coming up and we wanted to show people that like we weren't stifled by this, like that it was, that we still like it's as good if not better still.
That's awesome.
And that yeah, and so we just, want to just get out there and shove our weight around a little bit with a song as soon as we could. And then, we'll catch the rest up later, but we want to make sure when we put out a record, it's really awesome and lives up to the Rivers of Nihil expectation and the expectations of people who, are fans of Andy's previous work and everything in between.
Well, I mean, of course, the work is such an incredible fucking album, man. Like
Oh, thank you.
last time we spoke was for that, and like it just really hit home in a lot of ways, and it's just so much depth. Where do you see the concepts of that album? Are they going to continue in future music, or are they, or is it going to be starting a clean slate in a way?
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, like the work is its own self-contained thing, and I don't think. I mean, it's definite. That writing that record did definitely cause a shift in perspective about like how and what I want to write about things. And like I can't see myself going back to like writing about some like fantasy landscape place and like write about some fictional story. I feel like it's driven me to like, take that kind of harsher reality kind of tone and examine it in different ways rather than, retreating into like, fantasy metal tropes. I think it's, that's what the work really achieved for me as like a lyricist and, the band I mean, like that record really was kind of like uh, uh, an exercise in us trying to go as far out of our comfort zone and the comfort zone of our audience as we possibly could. So, and just to see that if we, just to see the extreme ends of it, so that maybe we can snap it back and like find what the good stuff was in that really that far reach. Uh, but yeah, so I don't like as far as like the concept and the world of that record, I don't think I'm going to like make a sequel or anything like that, but it's definitely affected the tone of things for the things to come.
That's awesome, man. And of course, I mean you're going to be hitting the road at the end of the year with Lorna Shore and Ingested, and throughout you.
Mhm.
That's a disgusting tour. That's going to be like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
how's that gonna? You looking forward to that one as well?
nah,
Nah.
nah, no, no, no. That's gonna be absolutely bananas. Like, I think that'll probably be as it's turning out, it looks like it's some of the biggest club shows we'll have
Yeah.
ever played as a band. Like it's being upgraded to stadiums and stuff like that. And like we've never played a stadium before. So I'm very excited. Like I think it's gonna be really sweet. I just hope that we're not too out there for, your typical deathcore fans who are just looking for a lot of this.
Yeah, a little
Uh,
stomping.
you know, yeah, I mean, we'll give them something to stomp about for sure. But we're also can be a little flowery, and I hope that doesn't turn too many of those guys off. But I think we have the right recipe to make it work. Long story short, very excited for that.
I agree. I think, a lot of those dudes, I think that genre is changing in general, man. A lot of those
Yeah,
bands are bringing out stuff with a lot of keyboards and stuff. I'm noticing there's bands from here that are adding different elements. So I think, and melodic stuff, I think it's going to go down pretty well because minds are changing. But
yeah, that's always a good thing to feel in the air. changes of mind.
That's right. That's right. But past that, man, what else you got coming up? You know, new album, of course.
Yeah, I mean that's beyond the Lorna tour, short tour, like uh that's my main focus is gonna I'm gonna be up the butt of the rest of the guys in the band being like, let's make it happen, boys, let's go. Let's keep this wagon train moving. So I think we'll reserve a decent chunk of, the early part of next year, making sure the record is done and it's all packaged nicely for the people. And then, I'll spend, some downtime giving my boys kisses on the forehead and stuff
Of
like
course.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I guess it'll be time to hit the road hard, but nothing concrete in that arena just yet.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to be seeing it. And are you bringing the family with you for an
No,
Aussie
I
holiday?
wish.
Nah. Oh,
I
bummer.
wish. Maybe perhaps next time. I can't see my Arthur, my little tiny baby, just surviving that plane. That's
On a
that flight.
plane forever. Yeah. I forget how far away we are from everything because it's,
Oh yeah,
yeah. We're
yeah.
like,
You're the farthest away from
you have to
everything.
bury into the earth to get to the other side.
It might
Just
be
to see it.
quicker than a commercial flight. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that shitty Total Recall rim. But in the
yeah.
meantime, bro, hey, we will have all the links down here and on the website to the Obliviscaris. I'm sorry to the Obliviscaris, the Ocean Collective, and Rivers of Nihil tour. Bro, take care and all the best with your family, and we will
Thank
see
you, brother.
you in Brisbane.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.